रामू से मेरा अगला सवाल आपसे है सर। योर
At the back, right at the back.
सर सर आपने अमिताभ बच्चन सर के साथ बहुत सारी फिल्में की हैं, आप आगे भी फिल्मों में काम करेंगे, लेकिन कभी आपको किसी फिल्म को लेकर ऐसा लगा कि आपने जो किरदार अमिताभ बच्चन जी के लिए लिखा था या जिसे पर्दे पर उतारा, डू यू रिग्रेट वन कैरेक्टर विच यू गेव टू अमिताभ बच्चन एंड यू थॉट कि नहीं यार मैंने इनके साथ न्याय नहीं किया, इनजस्टिस की, इतने बड़े कैरेक्टर के साथ, इतने बड़े अभिनेता के साथ, एक फिल्म जो रिग्रेट करते हैं कि नहीं इसमें अमित जी नहीं होने चाहिए?
See, not to take one name, I believe that except for Sarkar, I feel I regret all the films for the reason because we created the best of the franchise after making so many films. Anything even which is little lesser than Sarkar also I regret, which is what I was telling you in the opening address. When I said many directors, including me, we take him for granted. And we get confused between the actor and the superstar and the image and the representation of power and what kind of image people have in mind, and to forget that and to get into just the nuances of interesting characters. So I would like to believe that I almost regret every character. Yeah.
Ramu, I would like to first and foremost congratulations. The trailer looks splendid. It looks splendid, and you are very smart. You know that negativity sells. Yet your film is very positive. When it comes on the. So how exuberantly do you portray negativity, and how come it is so much induced within you? That you exhibited so well.
That's a very double-edged question, I think, But the fact that you already won me by saying I'm actually smart, so let me try to be smart.
You are.
So I would like to say, first of all, I think it's important to define negativity, I mean, if anything is done what a normal man doesn't do and which is supposedly illegal or anti-social, it will be called negative, but like I explained already. So I think any kind of it's a high conflict films obviously deal with characters who are anti-establishment in one way or the other. And most of us in the daily course of our life, we're angry with politicians, we're angry with situations, we're angry with some things which are happening, and we keep on saying that. And suddenly we see a fictional character, at least on film, that he's dealing with our problems in a way we would like to deal, or we would like to have a person like that. So I think it's that connectivity which brings in the sensitivism towards the so-called negativity. I think that's a very smart answer.
And जैकी जी, जैसा कि आपने बोला कि आप काफ़ी आपकी धुनाई की गई एकलव्य में भी और इस फिल्म में भी, लेकिन जो सीन ट्रेलर में देखा हम लोग ने, वो कुछ अलग लग रहा है, तो उस सीन के बारे में कुछ बताइए। बीड़ू को पूछ रहे हैं हम।
पहले तो प्रणाम आपको। ये सीन अगर रामू साहब भी बताएं तो बेटर है, मैं नहीं बता पाऊंगा।
आपने क्या कुछ नहीं किया उस सीन में?
जो हुआ उतना वो हो गया ना। I'm so sorry. I really wouldn't be able to explain it. So, but that smart boy out there can do it. Ask him. I'm so sorry, my lady. But I think it was fun just being around and trying to stand and in front of Mammoth out there and try and deliver a little bit and be sincere, because when I watch him work, it's a different ball game altogether. He's there with his pen, paper, and all those focused thing. He's around. He's witty. He's doing all those things, but it makes me a little more cautious and more sincere to my work. So I feel happy doing trying and matching up to the sincerity level of.
अमित जी से सवाल ना पूछूं तो मैं मजा नहीं आएगा मुझे। तो अमित जी, your electrifying performance, and yet your such a great voice and your actions, it is so justified even today. I mean, you are able to I mean, when you're on the screen, it's only you and you. How do how would you like to tell us about it? Like, you know, how do you maintain it?
Thank you so much, madam, for all these very kind words. I'm least deserving of it. I've always believed that the writer and the director are the main people. The writer writes, the director conceives it, passes it on to the writer. He becomes the actor. And most of what you see in all my films are indications that I get from a director. He will tell me where to walk, how I should speak. Many a times if we are preparing at home, we come prepared with certain notions as to how a scene needs to be done. But when we get onto the set, we find that it is completely wrong. There's no scope for argument, I believe, on set. If I have to convey something or disagree with any point, I would rather do it during the time the narration is happening. Debate, discuss, agree, disagree, whatever you have to do, offset. Once you're on set, then you follow what the director says. That's what I believe in. But I think that there has to be a certain belief in the story, in the character that you're playing. And much before we actually conceived Sarkar, Ramu and me used to meet quite often, informally. And I always was very intrigued by one aspect of life, and the life of people who are in power. And I believe that it's not all as transparent and easy as it seems to people outside. They are individuals, they are human beings, they lead a normal life as well. But yes, they are given powers which give them access to certain kind of actions and deeds which affect millions and millions of people. Where that comes from is guarded by their own political belief, their party that is in power, and if they're in power, what the government decides to do. But what intrigued me was that every powerful person has a family, has a home, has people who are close to him. And no home, I think, can be known to be absolutely perfect and free. There are opinions, there are differences of opinions, everyone has a viewpoint. So what if over the dining table in the morning or at breakfast, this powerful man who is the #1 person of the country or a state or the entire universe is having a normal breakfast with his family, and one member of his family, could be his wife, could be his son, his daughter, disagrees on certain issues. It could be anything. It could be, you know, which car you're going to drive or why you're wearing a particular dress. And there is an argument. And what if this powerful man is irritated with this member of his or her family and is in that mood asked to attend a very grave meeting which is going to decide a government decision which is going to affect millions of people? Does it affect that decision making of his or not? And I believe that if you're in that kind of mental state where you're irritated with something, does that irritation carry forward to this very important decision that you're going to make, which is going to affect millions and millions of people in their lives? That is what intrigued me, and that is what I shared with Ramu when we used to have informal sittings for Sarkar. And so most of what you see in the film is an incorporation of a lot of these thoughts. It's commonly known as palace politics, and it happens in almost all palaces, not necessarily these grand structures, but even a small house can become a palace. And that intrigued me a lot. And I think Ramu was one person that truly understood.
Fear any trouble when it comes to clearance?
No, not at all. So, because I don't think Sarkar is any material which would anger the Pailaj Nilani.
So, but he is also asked to get NOC from the Thackeray family, Mr. Pailaj Nilani.
What? No. That's a little. See, I think they have some kind of a regulation, like anything. I mean, in case they have reason to believe this could be based upon any real character, just to as a safety to get it.
Yeah, you know, I always, that's one of the other things that I always feel when I work on a character, and this we discussed with Ramu, that if I'm a Maharashtrian, then there should be some words that I speak in Marathi, even though the Hindi language film is more universal in the country. I say that because I just felt that when characters like these are in the privacy of their very intimate people, they normally speak in their own mother tongue. So I thought that if he's going to spend time with his wife, he should speak in his own mother tongue, and that's why we did it.
शिवांगी दिस साइड फ्रॉम आज तक। मेरे सवाल बच्चन सर आपसे हैं। फिल्म जो है वो
व्यक्तिगत विचार होगा, आपसे कहूँगा सार्वजनिक हो जाएगा। नमस्कार।
एक बहुत बड़े जलसे में
मैडम सरकार की बात कीजिए, उनका सरकार अलग है।
कुछ होमवर्क करते हैं। आपने तीनों जो फिल्म है सरकार, सरकार राज और अब सरकार 3, आपका किरदार एक स्थिर किरदार है कि उसमें कोई बदलाव शायद नहीं होता है, वही इंसान है, वही उनकी विचारधारा है। तो क्या आपके लिए आसान होता है या हर बार ये तीनों सीक्वल जो तीनों फिल्में हैं आपने अलग अलग तरीके से अपने किरदार को निभाने की कोशिश की है, या अगर कोई मेहनत की है तो किस तरह से उसमें बदलाव लाने की कोशिश की है?
हर फिल्म में प्रयत्न करना पड़ता है, मेहनत करनी पड़ती है। और जो आप कह रही हैं कि आप, क्योंकि आपका किरदार वैसा ही है जैसे 1 में था, 2 में था और 3 में है, लेकिन किरदार के जो सामने किरदार हैं वो बदलते रहे। और मेरा ऐसा मानना है कि मेरा जो अभिनय है वो उस पर निर्भर करता है कि कौन मेरे सामने है, उसके साथ मेरा व्यवहार कैसे होगा, वो किस तरह अपनी वाक्य बोलेगा, वो किस तरह एक्टिंग करेगा। वो अगर सही नहीं करेगा तो मैं भी सही नहीं लगूंगा। इसलिए हमारे लिए ये अंतर होता है।
तो तीनों में अगर पूछा जाए तो सबसे कठिन या आसान कब रहा आपके लिए?
अभी तक जितने भी प्रयत्न हुए हैं सब कठिन रहे हैं।
Amit ji, this one last question. More angrier actually, you know, like it's like a strike back thing. तो इससे थोड़ा related question है कि तो इसमें like you speak very little actually, so it's more of your expression and thing like that. So how much you have to, I mean to say, पिछले जो सरकार आई थी वो लगभग 8-9 साल पहले था, तो you had to go through that character, like how do you really work on it?
नहीं, जैसे कि मैंने कहा कि जब रामू हमको बताते हैं कहानी और उसकी पटकथा बताते हैं तो समझा देते हैं कैसा, उसमें हम लोग घुल मिल जाते हैं। ऐसी कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। अगर हम लोग कलाकार अपने आप को मानते हैं तो ये हमारा कर्तव्य है और काम है।
One last question, please.
Butchers up straight, slightly towards your left, sir. Here. Sir, if you can see me here. Here. Good.
Yeah.
Bachchan sir, you're very prolific when it comes to using the social media, when it comes to using microblogging sites like Twitter or Facebook. Do you think in today's time, tweeting one's opinion has become a double-edged sword with trolls attacking you for just expressing your opinion?
Yeah, I think that if you're on the social media, you should be prepared for abuse. I enjoy it.
All right, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It was a pleasure interacting with all you beautiful people. Sarkar 3, ladies and gentlemen, is a program. Where did you come here?